If you're planning a trip to the Baltics, you'll probably ask yourself one question. Should you visit Riga, Tallinn or Vilnius? They're all capitals, they're all historic, but once you actually visit them, you realize they feel very different. I spent time in all three cities, and in this video I'm giving you my personal ranking, based on food, the atmosphere, things to see and the overall experience. By the end you will know which one fits your travel style the best, so let's start exploring. Let's start with Tallinn. Tallinn feels like stepping into the Middle Ages. Its old town is one of the best preserved medieval centers in Europe and is extremely walkable. You've got well-preserved city walls, towers you can climb for great views, and so many sights that it's honestly hard to pick just one highlight. The best way to explore Tallinn is simply walking through the old town without a plan and seeing where it takes you. What I also really loved is that even some restaurants lean into the medieval theme. Wooden benches, medieval-inspired dishes, and the fact you don't get any cutlery makes it a truly immersive experience. Compared to Riga and Vilnius, Tallinn also has the widest selection of international restaurants. From burgers and brunches to more different cuisines like Russian and Uzbek, you'll definitely find something that suits your taste. So, in summary, Tallinn is perfect for you if you love compact historic cities where you can fully immerse yourself back into the medieval ages. And if you want to dive deeper into Tallinn, I also have a complete guide on this channel, of course. Vilnius feels very different to Riga and Tallinn. I like to call it the city of churches, as it has more than 300 of them, as religion plays a much larger role in Lithuania compared to Latvia or Estonia. The city is larger, more spread out, and in many ways it reminded me of Polish cities. The architecture and traditional food feel very similar to places like Krakow or Gdansk. Some highlights for me were the Gediminas Tower, with its great views over the city, as well as the St. Stanislaus Cathedral, which really defines the heart of Vilnius. The old town is packed with amazing churches, but overall the city has a calmer, more relaxed rhythm to it, as it is not that touristy. Food-wise, Vilnius was clearly the winner for me, as the Lithuanian cuisine was the favorite out of the three for me. I really liked cepelinai, which actually reminded me a lot of Polish pierogi, as well as shalty bashchai, which is a cold beetroot soup served with hot potatoes. So, if food, architecture and slower travel matter to you, then Vilnius is the perfect choice for you. And yes, there's also a complete guide to Vilnius on this channel as well. Riga sits somewhere in between. Architecturally, it's fantastic. You'll find beautiful Baroque buildings like the House of the Black Hats, alongside one of Europe's largest collections of Art Nouveau architecture. At the same time, Riga has a much stronger Soviet feel to it. Buildings like the Academy of Science makes Riga this interesting blend between beautiful historic buildings and Bokomi blocks spread throughout the city. That contrast is very interesting, but it can also make Riga feel less cohesive, as you're constantly moving between different eras and moods. Riga also has some very interesting museums, like the Museum of Occupation, which gives important historical context, and even more unusual places like the Anatomy Museum. Food-wise, the easiest way to explore Latvian cuisine is by going to the Lidl restaurant chain. It's affordable, traditional and perfect for trying local dishes, and interestingly, you'll also find Lidl restaurants in Tallinn. Riga is a city of contrast that really rewards curiosity. And if you want to explore it properly, my complete guide goes even deeper. So now it is time to rank each city based on my personal experiences. The third place goes to Riga. Don't get me wrong, it's a very interesting city with lots of beautiful sights to see, but personally I didn't really connect to the city that much, and I just think that Vilnius and Tallinn have a bit more to offer and are more unique. The second place goes to Vilnius, and this one was a close one. Vilnius definitely is the least popular out of the three, but personally I liked it a little more than Riga, because the historic old town feels more intact, and I just like the atmosphere and the food a little more than in Riga. And my number one is Tallinn. For me, it just has the most out of the three to see and experience. The feeling you get just walking through the old town and experiencing the medieval themed restaurants is truly unique, and I think you should experience it sometime yourself. Of course, this is just my perspective, but now I'm curious. Which one of these cities is your favorite ones and why? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to subscribe, like and hit the notification bell in order to not miss any future video, and see you next time.